Hello friends, welcome to TD Homestead. Today is Monday, September 1st, 2025. And today we're going to be harvesting some of the fruits of our labor. To start with, we're going to get a pomegranate. So it looks like on this tree right here, we're going to get 3 good pomegranates, and there's a few more that look like they'll probably be good as well, but for sure there's 3. And then this one over here has only got 1. It had 2. And a squirrel come along and took one of them from us. So anyway, as you can see, there's one right there. And there's this one down here. And then this is the biggest one. And I think we're going to harvest that one that's got the branch bent over first. But the way you can kind of tell is the bottom is closed up down here instead of being flared out where the tips are closed in. It's not very shiny anymore. And it's got more of a boxy look instead of being round. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this one right here first. And this is going to be our test, and that way we'll know if the others are ready. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera, and then we're going to move over to a different part of the garden and harvest something else. I'll be right back. All right, I got the pomegranate harvested. And so last year we harvested one a little bit earlier than this, and it was good. This is only our second year growing, producing any. So trees have been in the ground since 2022. So I'm gonna leave that one right there. And then the other thing we're gonna harvest, we're gonna take a little walk through the greenhouse. And that's gonna be our pineapple. It's ready. So we're gonna go ahead and harvest that. That plant was started in February of 2022, and this is our first pineapple. So 3.5 years later, we're finally gonna get us a pineapple. So I've not really moved this pot since it's got sat there last fall. So for about a year, it's not been moved. So it's likely rooted into the ground, or something from the ground is rooted up into it. Let's just see before I even harvest it. No, not really. Maybe a little tiny bit. So that's pretty good. And that's in a number 5 nursery pot, or 5-gallon nursery pots. It's a little bit smaller than a 5-gallon bucket, but I'm gonna pull this out and over to the table over there, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I think that's gonna work for us. Let's see. Yeah, let me go ahead and cut the pineapple off. I figured I'd do that with the camera rolling. And so what I'm gonna do is just kind of push these down a little bit, see what I got in there. All right, I think I need to use this one right here. Let me get down in there, and I'm gonna cut the stem. And so pretty much this large plant here, it's done growing pineapples. So it's got some little sports or pups, whatever you want to call them, down here coming up from the bottom that can be regrown, or can be grown out and into another pineapple. And they might be a little quicker than this one from what I've heard, but I'm not sure about that. But I do know this one took 3.5 years. They say you can do it within about 18 months to 2 years if you're lucky. But I can smell the pineapple. And so anyway, let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is start with the pomegranate. We'll open that up, and then I'll cut the pineapple. Not a big one, but hopefully it's going to be a good one. A problem I see right there, I think that's a bug hole. That's not good. So anyway, hopefully, even if it is a bug hole, most of it is still good. So let's see what we end up with when we cut this thing open. And I'm no expert on pomegranate. This is my only second year producing them, but you can tell it's going to be some good pomegranate in here. Ain't necessarily the easiest thing to get into, so I'm trying not to cut into the. So it looks like it could probably have gone a little bit longer, but I say that, but it's good and sweet. It's not sure it's quite as red on some of the. Well, it's right for sure. It's not that full. This one wasn't the best looking. Looking one up there. And certainly they get a lot darker red than that when it's good and ripe. Usually, at least the ones last year were. But so this is a crimson red pomegranate. But these are good and sweet. There ain't no tartness hardly in them at all, actually. Definitely ripe. Got some fairly big seeds in it, but tastes good. So there's that. I think that one large one, when we harvest that one, it's going to look a lot better on the inside than this one. I mean, it's good. So I just don't feel like the pulp ratio is that good in this one. Last year it seemed a little bit better. Anyway, let's move on. So the way we grew this pineapple was we took the store-bought pineapple and just twisted the top off of it. Kind of grab it like this and twist just like that. Now this right here can be planted. As a matter of fact, there's a root right there coming off already. So that could be stuck in soil and become a whole new pineapple. Smells good. I think I'm going to find that place where it looked like right there. See, I see a couple of ants on it. That makes me think the ants may have been inside here. But anyway, what I'm going to do, let's cut the bottom off first. No, it's sitting pretty flat. We don't need to do that. So definitely look like something's gotten into it. I don't think it's damaged the flesh much, but I'm glad we didn't wait any longer. Yeah, because it don't look like it got any deeper than that. So I am not going to wait or have y'all watch me peel this entire pineapple and cut it up. So what I'm going to do is just take a little chunk out of it and try it myself. It's very, very juicy. Way more juicy than the ones you get at the store usually. So that's what I'm going to do. Just take me a chunk out just like that right there. Try it. Smells great. It's good. I'm not sure it's really worth the effort, only because I gotta protect it in the wintertime. My climate won't allow me to just grow it outside. Now, if you live, so I'm in zone 8A, but if you were in zone 9B, 10 for sure, You could plant a whole yard full of these, and you could get it where you were getting pineapples every year. It might take you a year or two to get the cycle started, but after that, that would definitely be worth it. But just because it takes up so much greenhouse space, I'm not sure it's worth it to me. Not to say I won't grow another one, but anyway, I'll bring it a little closer to the camera before we go, and you can see how it looks on the inside. It's full of juice, and it's very sweet. Don't have any of that little bite that sometimes you get from a pineapple. The riper they get, I forget what the chemical's called, the less of it's in there. If you ever heard of Monstera deliciosa, it is normally grown as a ornamental, but it grows a fruit and has some of that same chemical, but way more. And so when you eat those and they're not ripe, you won't like it. So as those ripen, that goes away and you can eat them. But anyway, that's a whole other video if I ever start growing Monstera deliciosa. With that, we're going to end the video right here. Till next time, be kind and enjoy your day.